Welcome to Case Arena on this Saturday. Little volleyball action for you. Part of the Monon Athletic Conference. It is a conference matchup. The North Putnam Cougars facing off against the Frankfort Hot Dogs for the first time. 7-11, North Putnam Cougars 15-6, the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Today's broadcast brought to us by Abstract Technology Group, doing IT differently, making it simple. By Day and Getting a Funeral Home, putting family first. FiberHawk, fast, affordable, FiberHawk. By Healthy Communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. The Frankfort Eagles, Post 976, people helping people. And the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. As we welcome you into our Day and Ginda Funeral Home pregame show, joined by Laura Archibald, I am Sean Walker, and we appreciate you joining us on this Saturday morning. Laura, we've got a nice little conference match up here on Saturday.
Yeah, great way to spend a Saturday
Sure.
morning.
First up for the North Putnam Cougars, their starting lineups today will be Melanie Davies, Haley Daigle, Morgan Berry, Maylee Mason, Bella McElhaney, Tori Dietro, and their libero is number 7, Cora Stacks, for head coach Katie McElhaney. Our starting lineups brought to us by Ardente Dental, where healthy smiles start here. And while we've got an opportunity, let's take a look at our first look today here on ISC between these two teams. A little matchup here. You see the records on the screen, common opponents. 3-2 for North Putnam, 4-2 for Frankfort. North Putnam 2-3 on the road, and the Hot Dogs taking care of home court at 6-2. Both teams tied at 3-2 in conference play. We want to thank the Willow Creek Barn for their sponsorship of our first look. Now over to the Frankfort Hot Dogs and their starters today, much like it's been all season long. It's the superstar, Lily Rockhold, Emily Gilgihosa, Chloe Mowdy, Jalen Smith, Addie Keck, Caroline Queen, and the libero is Grace Myers for head coach Kia Rushton. Coach Kia Rushton celebrated her 200th career victory the other night in a win against the Clinton Prairie Gophers, and I'm sure that felt pretty good. 1, to get the 200th win, and 2, for it to come against the Gophers like it did.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure she was thrilled not only just to beat the Gophers, obviously that county rival, but always just to get those milestones out of the way. Sometimes you get nervous and you know it's coming, it's looming in the background, so to get that out of the way right before this big conference matchup.
Our officials for today's broadcast, brought to us by Wampler's Disposal Services, are Tom Mecklenburg and Roger Nelson. I want to thank those two for being here today. And we'll step aside for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll get you your player to watch, your keys to victory, and more here on ISC.
In this town, game day starts long before kickoff. It's the work behind the scenes that makes champions. At Tier 1 Meat Company, we prep with the same focus, discipline, and pride as the hometown heroes we feed. From our block to your block, fuel every victory. Tier 1 Meat Company. Mission, feed the fans. Standard, champion quality. Scan the QR code for a game day upgrade.
We've all heard the question, if a tree falls in a forest, does it make a sound? Honestly, we're not sure either. But what we do know is that if it falls in your yard, it usually leaves behind an unsightly stump that you'll be stuck mowing around. At JXN Stump Solutions, we'll get rid of that stump for good, and here's the best part. We offer free estimates, so you'll know the cost before the work begins. We deliver quality work from a professional, locally owned company with a commitment to leaving your property cleaner, safer, and stump-free. Contact us today at 242-9523. At JXN Stump Solutions, we're rooted in service and driven to remove.
Welcome back to Case Arena. Getting ready to start our first set of the day between North Putnam and the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Our player to watch, brought to us by the ISC Sports Network. Local lives here. It's the sophomore, Grace Myers, the libero. Having a standout season for such a young lady. 66 sets, you see 6 kills, 22 assists, but her bread and butter is the digs, being the libero, and does a great job for the service line as well with 28 aces on the season.
Yeah, and she just is a quiet player back there. I talked about this the other day. Like, you don't see her falling all over the floor, and so you don't really realize how spectacular she is. And it's because she stays on her feet and she runs through that ball as she should. She shouldn't be always falling all over the floor. She does a fantastic job in that libero's position. And the other reason sometimes I think you don't realize how good she is because she's surrounded by other good defensive players, but she is just solid. And the other part of her game that we don't always talk about, serve receive. Solid serve receiver as well.
Our keys to victory today, Laura, brought to us by Tier 1 Meat Company.
So this morning was senior night. The senior leadership of this Frankfort hot dog team and Addie Keck and Jalen Smith has been key all season long, and I think it will be today too. Offensive power. So this comes down to that diverse offense of the Frankfort hot dogs and how important that is. And then serving accuracy. This is really more for the North Putnam Cougars than Frankfort. Frankfort hitting at a very high 91% accuracy with 217 aces for the year. But this is an area that North Putnam really struggles at, only serving at 86% with only 123 aces for the year. But that being said, started the set out with an ace. So that's an area that they need to do really well this morning to have a chance against the hot dogs.
All knotted up at one apiece. We saw the ace come from the libero who started out serving for North Putnam in Cora Stacks. And now it'll be Caroline Queen for the hot dogs. She leads the team in aces, has 51 of them on the season coming into today. Make that 52 on cue. I love how Miss Queen handles things. We talk good about her. She comes out, she says, "You're talking about aces? Well, here's another one." Let's tally that up a little higher.
Yeah, and she is just a fantastic gap server is what I call her. They're not always super hard, but they always make the passers move. She does a great job of serving in the gap between people.
For North Putnam today, you're going to see them run a 6-2 offense. That means they'll have two setters in their rotation, and they have two fantastic setters in Haley Daigle with 445 assists on the season and Jolie Rust with 405. So you'll see those two handling the passing duties. And then on the other side for the Frankfort Hot Dogs, it doesn't get any better than Jalen Smith. 480 assists on the season, over 2,263 assists now for the career. And I know it was an emotional senior day for both her and Addie Keck. And at the conclusion of our telecast, part of our postgame is to go back and we're going to show you that. We're going to show you the senior day. We're going to talk about some of those accolades and also the moment that Coach Rushton was awarded with a plaque commemorating her 200th career win. Big hit coming down the line there for Lily Rockhold.
Calling that outside of the antenna.
So the point heads over to the visitors in North Putnam. We had a fantastic JV matchup earlier. Went all three sets. Frankfort took set one, North Putnam took set two, and then Frankfort won it in set number 3. There's a good shot at Addie Keck. She'll head to the service line.
There you had your senior to senior moment there.
I know on Keck's senior memories and notes here that they said, you know, she can serve and break a team to pieces. And that's coming from her coaching staff. And it's true. We saw it the other night where we made jokes like, hey, she's going to have to start paying rent and property taxes if she continues to stay back there.
And her aces aren't quite as much as some of the others, but she just seems to get back there and stay for 8 or 9 points. I mean, because she has them scrambling and makes the other team send a lot of free balls over.
Keck very good at passing. You saw that getting it to Smith there, and then Rockhold still trying to find her groove early. That pass a little out of the way from where she wanted it.
And a little low, too.
Hot Dogs trying to find their groove on this Saturday morning. Not rare to have a Saturday morning matchup. They usually play them in the tournaments, but with North Putnam having a little bit of travel distance to get here, they elected to play this on a Saturday.
I don't know how far that is.
It is the north side of Putnam County, so maybe hour 15, hour and a half, something like that.
That makes it rough if it's, 5. If JV goes 3, varsity goes 5, makes for a long night on a school night.
Chloe Mowdy on the bump. They go back to Mowdy down the middle, and she's able to power it past the libero and stacks. Chloe's one of those, too, that her blocking has been fantastic all year, but when given the opportunity to hit out of the middle, she's done a really nice job. Sophie Michael checked in rotation a moment ago for the Hot Dogs. Smith on the patented jump set.
Nice blocking by Putnam, North Putnam.
Yeah, that was Haley Daigle and Tori Dietro. They were both there for the block. Coach McElhaney said, watch out for Tori Dietro. She is a force to be reckoned with. She leads the team in kills, but also 17 blocks on the season, leads the team in that category too. So when she's up around the net, be aware. And on cue, she heads back to serve here.
It's interesting. I thought that was touched by the block, but apparently not.
They go to Mowdy. She comes right back with some power again and drives that one through Melanie Davies.
Jalen Smith doing a really good job mixing the sets around, isolating blockers.
Rockhold will serve. We've seen in recent games her be substituted for Carmen Vega. Give Lily some shoulder rest. But she's so good at the service line, you can ill afford to take her out at times too, because it's one, looking at the numbers for both of these squads, it's one thing that is both of their strengths in the fact that they're pretty balanced in their serving. I mean, you've got some good servers from both sides where it's not just one person with dominant aces. And
our player to watch there, Grace Myers with the pancake dig. Amazing.
Leads to the point, and how about that?
There's the defensive effort that we were talking about. Amazing defensive play there.
I'm a big fan of the black hot dog jerseys too. She's wearing it as the libero. I think those are sweet.
I do too. I like it. It's very sharp.
Myers on the pass. This time they go to Queen. She catches a low of the net. Good diving save there from North Putnam. Rockhold through the blockers and gets the point. It was Jolie Russ that hit the floor a moment ago for North Putnam.
Both teams looking very sharp for an early Saturday morning game. 'Cause sometimes, these teams are a little rusty on Saturday mornings, but not this morning.
Rockhold on the ace. She gets that nice long running start. Back-to-back aces for Rockhold.
It's really a popular jump floater is really kind of a popular serve right now. Lily Rockhold can do that, but she also has a nice top spin jump serve that there's a floater one, but she has a top spin jump serve also that most high school varsity players do not have in their repertoire.
Mowdy couldn't get a full swing on it, but
works.
It still works, yeah. Good diving effort from Stacks. Seeing these Putnam Cougars hit the floor early and often here. A lot of effort being shown by both teams. Another ace here for Rockhold.
And there's that top spin one that I was talking about. And her ability to go back and forth between the top spin and floater makes her very, very hard to pass against.
First time out today brought to us by the Frankfurt Eagles. Post 976, serving the community since 1905 with over 900 members locally. The Frankfurt Eagles offer something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, please visit FOE.com or stop by 408 North Main Street in Frankfurt. And while we got a moment, let's tell you about Day and Ginda Funeral Homes as well. With locations in Frankfurt, Flora, Mulberry, and Rossville, the compassionate and experienced staff at Day and Ginda Funeral Home are dedicated to providing a loving and genuine environment for you to honor your loved one. For more information on services and community involvement, please visit dayandginda.com. Day and Ginda Funeral Homes, where we put family first. It was a back and forth tight matchup early on. Frankfurt has been able to run off handful of points here and open up a 7-point lead now with Rockhold at the service line.
Yeah, it was very tight till she got back there, and then this combination of altering the top spin and float jump serves have just really thrown the other team off.
I noticed there last couple of times we've had the close-up on Rockhold for the serve. She does a little tongue-out Michael Jordan type thing. You know how Jordan used to hang the tongue before you go in and score? The youngsters on the broadcast, as this is a student-produced production, they probably don't know unless they've seen highlights of Jordan. They're probably a LeBron James fan or Kobe, but MJ is the greatest of all time.
Without a doubt.
Let's see if she does it again here. There's a good shot of one of our officials. Maybe on the next one. Another ace. Rockhold is absolutely dialed in. Good shot of Lily, just a junior. She still has another year of eligibility, and it seems like she's been here forever at this point because she's just played since her freshman year.
I was talking to Coach Martin Friday after the Prairie Frankfurt match, and she said, well, at least Rockhold and Smith will be gone next year. I said, I hate to break it to you. Rockhold's only a junior. She said, no, don't tell me that.
I know, it feels like they came in together and that they would be leaving together. That is not the case. There's a year difference between them. And again, for Frankfurt, the firepower is they lose 2 seniors this year, which there'll be some big shoes to fill, don't get me wrong, in Jalen Smith and Addie Keck. But they return every other player that you see in rotation and on the floor. Good swing that time from North Putnam. It was not tipped. They were asking for it. Sailor Brager, the junior, just a little long there. 3 seniors make up this North Putnam squad.
Lily's Rockhold's serve is just on point today. I believe she's been back there for at least 9 points now.
Melanie Davies, Haley Daigle, and Morgan Berry. Yes, North Putnam has a Morgan Berry on their roster as well.
That's crazy.
So we have 2 Morgan Berries today. Hopefully we can get the Frankfurt Morgan Berry on the floor and we can have a little Spider-Man moment where they point back and forth at each other. And Rockhold, her arm's probably tired at this point.
Probably is. She's kind of laughing like, I couldn't do another one. And who could blame her?
Yeah, fantastic trip that time to the line.
It was at least 10 serves in a row, so.
This is Daigle serving now for North Putnam. She leads the team in assists with 24 on the, or aces with 24 on the season. She ends up in the net here, though, trying to get that pass.
That's hard going from that serving position up to set, all that momentum going forward on a tight set. That's a tough one.
Our player to watch, Grace Myers, comes out and says, that's why. I'm a sophomore, but I play like an upperclassman.
I got this.
Back-to-back aces for Grace Myers, and it is a commanding 22-7 lead here for the Hot Dogs. It was tied up early and often around that 7-point mark, and the Hot Dogs have just gone on a run here. It started with Rockhold. They got the serve immediately back, and now Myers back-to-back aces. Good set from Daigle. And it earns a point here for the North Putnam Cougars, and Smith that time saying, my bad. She should have let that one go. Substitution is Bella McElhaney will come in, a freshman. She'll serve. Quite a bit of a youth movement for North Putnam, too, and we're seeing that on more and more rosters with our coverage this year, Laura. Coach is not afraid to mix in the freshman, the sophomore, with their juniors and seniors on these varsity rotations.
Which is good, I mean, for them, you know, sustainability-wise in the coming years.
Good kill there from Melanie Davies. Second on the team in kills coming in. For North Putnam, 7-11 on the season. Their same record as Frankfurt, 3-2 in conference play. This Monon Athletic Conference features Cascade, Crawfordsville, Greencastle, North Montgomery, Frankfurt, North Putnam, Southmont, and Western Boone. Greencastle, the team that, if I remember correctly, looking at the conference, they were leading the conference.
Just a little off block timing was just off just a hair on that, but that was a nice long rally.
Powerful serve there. Rockhold plays it.
Ooh, tight. Nice job by Queen to try and get that out. North Putnam making a little run here, digging away at that lead just 1 point at a time. Nice coverage on the block.
Set behind. That one lands in. Point for North Putnam. That was Morgan Berry, one of the seniors. And I was correct going and looking at the conference standings. Greencastle, who's undefeated in conference play, they're also 18-4 on the season.
Bella McElhaney is got an amazing serve here, and but I jinxed her, but Frankfurt has done a good job of returning it.
Good little run to cut into that. It was 22-7, now 23-12.
And our first look at Karma Vagan coming in here to serve. She did a great job a few nights ago serving.
Look at that low trajectory right there. Definitely her strong point.
It is.
She comes in. Doesn't even need warm-ups, right? Just
does her job.
Sits for a while. She's like, there's been 35 points played in this first set. No big deal. I'll come in off the bench and earn my first ace. Set point now for Frankfurt. Myers, great pass. They go to Queen. North Putnam covers it up for a moment. And then errant pass there into the net, and the first set goes to Frankfurt. They take this one 25-12. We'll step aside. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, set 2 heads your way on ISC.
At Laser Edge Turf and Excavation, we take pride in keeping your property looking its best and your projects moving forward. From expert commercial and residential mowing to lawn fertilization that keeps your grass healthy year-round, we've got your yard covered. Need more than lawn care? We also specialize in directional boring, trenching, and full excavation work. Whether it's maintaining your curb appeal or tackling big jobs underground, trust Laser Edge and Excavation to get the job done right. Let us tackle your next project. Give us a call at 670-2286.
In this town, game day starts long before kickoff. It's the work behind the scenes that makes champions. At Tier 1 Meat Company, we prep with the same focus, discipline, and pride as the hometown heroes we feed. From our block to your block, fuel every victory. Tier 1 Meat Company. Mission, feed the fans. Standard, champion quality. Scan the QR code for a game day upgrade.
Welcome back to Case Arena. Frankfurt dominant showing there in set number 1, 25-12 after a nice serving run from Rockhold and then Grace Myers. They took a commanding lead. Set number 2 tonight brought to us by Healthy Communities of Clinton County, where they offer free navigation services for all pregnant women. With a licensed nurse who's available to help you with free pregnancy tests, prenatal vitamins, insurance assistance, prenatal appointment assistance, smoking or vaping cessation, breastfeeding, labor, delivery, safe sleep, car seat, newborn care education. Just call Libby, 659-6063 for more information. I want to thank Healthy Communities of Clinton County for their sponsorship. Set number 1, a really good-looking performance from the Frankfurt Hot Dogs. They've been on quite a bit of a win streak here recently, Laura. They've won, 6 or 7 straight matches now?
I think 7. And
they haven't dropped a set in a while either.
Yeah, and we talked about one of those keys to victory being serving, and they got it done. I think at least 8 or 9 aces in that first set, and that serving is really what set the tone. It was really tight early. Then Lily Rockhold gets back on that service line and just got the job done. And, after that, it seemed like everybody who went back to the serving line at least got 1 ace.
Yeah.
And so, really, not that everything else didn't look good, but Serving is really what got it done. And our player to watch, Grace Myers, that defense back there, that
pancake save was amazing.
The defense back there looked fantastic.
For head coach Katie McElhaney, North Putnam looked great for their first 7 points. It was a tight match back and forth. And then, like you said, once Rockhold got to the service line, it started to fall apart. She used some timeouts, tried to change it up, and still did not work out. North Putnam this time will look to bounce back here in set number 2. And if you're Frankfort, you can't take the foot off the accelerator. You want to try to take a commanding 2-0 lead here.
Yeah, because really, I mean, I feel like North Putnam's a strong offensive team if they get the pass. Frankfort just really took them out of their offense by serving so very, very well.
Caroline Queen will head back to serve here for the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Queen just a junior as well, so she'll be back next year for Frankfort. They go to Rockhold, and when the pass is on point and the timing is there, and she gets that downward angle, good luck is all I can say, because there's a ton of power off that swing. And at Case Arena here, occasionally the ball trickles out the doorways, and when it does,
it could go around in a circle forever. And there are some like little ramps out there that
help
slant
or don't help, whichever way you want to look at it. Blaine sends it over. An ace here. North Putnam's communication just a little bit off right now. Frankfort, you heard the call there, wanted to let it go, and it dropped in anyway.
Dropped in, yep.
2-1, North Putnam gets their point. This will be Stacks back to serve. Stacks, excuse me. Coruscant's a knuckleball over there. That had 0 rotation on it. Rockhold there to take advantage of the overpass. Earns another kill.
She put a roof on that house, Sean.
Is that what that's called in the volleyball world?
That is what that's called. When it comes straight down and hits the floor, you put a roof on the house.
Good diving effort from Keck, but a good, powerful swing there from North Putnam. And once again, early on, good back and forth battle here. This will be Jolie Rust who comes in, the second setter in this offense. But she does some damage from the service line as well. 21 aces coming into today.
Nice dig.
Stacks has got to send it over, and it's a little too strong. And North Putnam having a little bit of trouble getting into their offense here today, and that's what's really benefited the Frankfort Hot Dogs. They've been able to stay on the attack almost all day long. And now Jalen Smith, the senior, heads back to serve. As we said, Jalen, a fantastic career. We'll show you her senior day moment at the conclusion of our broadcast today.
And it's interesting. You saw Kia get a little emotional at the end there, and she's not a super emotional person. But as a coach, there's nothing more valuable to you than a setter who is a good leader. And that's what Jalen has been for this team for 4 years. Not often do you get a 4-year starting setter who just controls the floor and is the general. And that is what Jalen Smith is for the Frankfort Hot Dogs.
What I love, too, and part of, hopefully you'll see it in the footage as we filmed it earlier, but when they brought Coach Rushton out to get honored for her 200th career victory, another kill there for Rockhold, she tried to bring her staff with her, and they act like they were going to go, and then they pat her and kind of pushed her out on the floor by herself, and they all stayed back and said, no, this moment's yours. She wanted to celebrate with her coaching staff, which, again, shows you the character of Coach Rushton, because her notion in that, without even saying it, is it's not just been about me. It's been about my staff too, right? And they share in these victories with me.
Right, and some of them have been with her for a long time, but I don't believe any of them have been with her the whole time. I could be wrong on that, but I don't believe so. Okay, so her sister is one of her assistant coaches, has been with her all the years. So she might have wanted to drag her sister out there.
Yeah.
Plus, if you have a sister, you always like to drag them with you, so.
That one blocked at the net. Chloe Mowdy showing off those blocking chops at the net. And it's Rockhold at the service line once again, and Frankfurt's rattling off some points. 9-3 early lead here in set 2. North Putnam that time too strong. Off the hand of Bella McElhaney. Timeout taken on the floor, and there's a good shot of Forrest. He's got his hard hat on. He's putting in work as the super fan here at Frankfort High School. This timeout brought to us by the Willow Creek Barn. Attention all engaged couples, discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's Best of Weddings for 4 years straight. Nestled just outside of Frankfort, Indiana, the venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities, providing the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. We also want to thank FiberHawk, now available FiberHawk fiber internet, super fast speeds, no more buffering, perfect for all sizes of business. FiberHawk offers every speed to meet your internet needs. For more on offerings and availability, visit fiberhawk.com or call 765-922-HAWK. Fast, affordable, FiberHawk.
Another kill there for Rockhold, getting it done from the back row.
And again, the arm gets tired, but it rattles off quite a few points again, does Lily. She's fun to watch. I know over the 15 years or so that we've been calling games on what started as MTC Sports became ISC Sports here in our local area. There are a handful of volleyball players that I go back to and I go, they were fun. They were fun, and they have those memories. She's only a junior. She still has a senior year to go, and she's already on that list for me.
Yeah, and, as commentators, obviously, we don't get to know these kids personally, but if she is as nice as she appears,
right,
then she is the whole package, right? I never see her have a bad attitude out there. I never see her be cocky. I always see her uplifting her teammates. With her skill level and what it seems to be a great personality, she's just one of those kids that sticks in your head, right?
That serve a little long. And a lot of times, and with teenage girls, I had a couple myself, right? You get some attitudes and some arguments throughout a season, and it looks like this group right here gets along really, really well, and that's a benefit to a team who's got postseason aspirations. A very tough sectional for Frankfort that they'll play in.
Yes.
Some stout teams in there for sure. There's a good shot of a couple of the North Putnam players.
But I think Frankfort has a great shot at a sectional championship this year.
They just got to play really, really well. In each match.
Yeah.
But if they play to their full capability, they're going to be very tough to beat. 14-6 score, Vega at the service line. Vega sends that one over the bump. Carries over, free ball opportunity here for Frankfort Keck.
Senior to senior
able
again.
to knock that one over. North Putnam scrambling, The substitution going to take place here as Melanie Davies comes out. Harley Mitchell going to come in. Coach McElhaney trying to just mix it up right now and find a combination out on the floor to throw Frankfurt off. They have commanded the attention on their side of the net so far today.
Nice block by Kecken Smith.
Almost sounds like a law firm.
It does.
Rockhold from the back row still gets power on it. Cat gets a swing.
Now what we haven't seen yet is a Smith tip for a while. I don't think we've seen one tonight yet, actually. And she is front row.
Look at this effort, man. Both teams.
Nice up there by Vega.
I would love to see volleyball, and this is just me being funny, but I'd love to see Volleyball Institute if you get like 10 passes back and forth right in a rally, that it goes to 2. They turn a light on the scorer's board, and it becomes a 2-point play.
2-point play. That would be fun.
I just caught the awesome shirt that Coach Rushton is wearing today, too. It is the Step Brothers from the movie. It's a picture of the movie, but it is her and Jalen Smith on the faces.
I didn't catch that. I want to see.
Yeah, I'll have to get her to turn around again. I'm pretty sure that's who's on it. The shot of our up officials, student section coming out. They said, hey, it's not too early for us to show up and support these Lady Hot Dogs today. Lady Cougar fans traveled well as well. They're underneath our camera angle, so not able to see them per se, but I got up early on a Saturday morning, come support their team. Too. There's the turnaround, and there you go.
Love it. That is great.
That is my favorite movie of all time. Did we just become best friends? Do you want to go do karate in the garage?
We made more room for activities.
Yep. Can't really quote much more than that, but we'll leave it there. Conversation happening with the up official, and he's going to turn around and ask the student section just to dial it back a little bit, guys.
Are we here to sorry, ref?
You know, for youngsters, they don't have to get up to be fired up. They just wake up, they got energy, they're ready to go. It takes me about 6 cups of coffee, and then I'm ready to rock. I will say this about North Putnam today. Even though they found themselves on the wrong side of the scoreboard in set 1 and so far here in set 2, I'm seeing a lot of smiles out there in a team that's still working together, having fun, and I think that's what is always endearing and draws me back to high school sports. It's the purity of the game.
Absolutely. And the love of it, right?
Yep.
And I think the coach for North Putnam doing a really good job. I see her making adjustments in the game. I mean, Frankfurt is just serving so well. I mean, right there, that ace by Keck. And I don't see the North Putnam coach stopping. She's making adjustments constantly.
We've seen her sub players in, and right there, as that one drops in between 2 players, she takes the timeout. She's telling them, you guys got to communicate.
Yeah.
And you got to be aggressive. I would rather see 2 people go after it and make an
error
than both look at each other for sure. This timeout brought to us by Tier 1 Meat Co. We take pride in delivering locally sourced premium beef and pork, the kind of meat that honors the land, respects the craft, and fuels family with real flavor. From custom processing to mission-ready catering, they bring the firepower to elevate every meal and every moment. Founded by veterans, every cut is elite, and every customer is family. Step into Tier 1 at 128 West Catherine Street in Flora, or visit them online at tier1meatco.com. I may leave here today and drive over there and get me some steaks for game day tomorrow.
That sounds like a
They
plan.
also have like some bacon pork burgers and some jalapeno bacon pork burgers, and it's all good.
All of that sounds like a plan to me. I mean, if you wanted to come cook them at my house, Sean, you could do that.
More than welcome, right? You can use my grill, Loris just said.
That's right.
And I've got some students here that are like, hey, can we come?
They can come too.
They'll eat some steaks.
Sit in the hot tub on the deck and watch the football game. Got an outdoor TV there. It's all good. Rockhold with the power kill there, making a statement.
Frankfurt up 10 now, 19-9. Again, today's broadcast, a student-produced production here, part of ISC's partnership with Frankfurt High School and their radio TV program. Hats off to Richard Salee and all the students behind the scene that have helped out here today. Bringing you the cameras and the graphics. Making our job easy, that's for sure. Good diving effort there from Bella McElhaney. But Frankfurt, they just keep turning it up.
Yeah, great block by Mowdy.
Keck on the serve. North Putnam sends it over. Free ball opportunity here for the Dogs, and Emily Gil-Gihosa with the miss hit there. The air gives the point to the North Putnam Cougars. Jolie Russ going to come in and serve now for North Putnam. I love how they decorate Case Arena for volleyball, though. They bring the banners out. They're hanging in the background above the students up there in the second row, each one decorated for each player. You've got some senior signs over to the left. We love our seniors. It looks like a bunch of people signed it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Now, what'll have to happen is, do they cut it in half and just get one side and Smith get the other? Do they rock, paper, scissors to see who takes that home?
Maybe they, share it. One gets it for so long, the other one gets it for so long.
There you go. 20-12 score now. It's Russ earning the point from the service line for North Putnam. Low
Nice
trajectory serve, yeah. Handled well by the Hot Dogs.
Nice block.
Rockhold and Mowdy get over there. I think it was Rockhold that time. Students loving what they're seeing at Frankfurt so far this morning. Hot Dogs trying to get to win number 16 on the season. Since they suffered back-to-back defeats versus Lebanon and Western Boone, Frankfurt has rattled off, we said 6 or 7 straight victories. They've not dropped a set since that time. And they don't look like the same team that played against those two squads either. This is, I would pay money to see a rematch.
Yeah, we've got the wave going on down on the bench, and I was just so weird. Like, it's that timing thing. I was just getting ready to say, we talked about in the Lebanon game, I believe, that they just didn't look like themselves on the floor, like that camaraderie, that spirit, and, it seems like ever since that match, that spirit, that camaraderie is back. And I looked down right when I was getting ready to say that, and they're doing the wave on the bench, and that is this Hot Dog team that I love. Like, they never get down. They're always lifting each other up. And that makes a big difference. And I think just for whatever reason, you never know what's going on, but for whatever reason, that just happened to be missing in those two matches.
And if you're Coach Rushton, you would rather that happen mid-season. You get it out of the way,
Absolutely.
And then you start going on a run, because now they've got a momentum behind them. They have a confidence that they're playing with. Good block at the net there.
Good block, but great block coverage by Jalen Smith.
North Putnam showing some fight here in set number 2, not going away quietly. That 10-point lead that was 19-9 is now cut down to 22-15.
That was a heads-up play by Haley Daigle. Just looked through that net, saw that Frankfurt was still in transition, and just tossed that ball over to a blank spot.
So many people in the gym today, affiliated, pulling double duty, whatever. So you have Coach Kia Rushton, her sister on staff, helping her coach, her mom and dad at the scorer's table, helping keep stats, her son up here working on the broadcast crew with us, running camera today. And then kind of along those lines, but a little bit different, you have junior volleyball player, varsity dresser, Erin Wills, doing double duty. She's got the Hot Dog mascot sitting down here on the bench and even going over and talking to kids in the crowd and stuff in between points.
You gotta love it.
And, of course, Forrest in the background. You can hear him constantly with the, oh.
Always.
Rockhold serving for set point. Good power behind that from Bella McElhaney, but it's a little too strong. And Frankfort takes this one 25-15. So they won set 1, 25-12. They win set 2, 25-15. We'll take a quick break. Set 3 heads your way on ISE when we return.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the Knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
Welcome back here. Set number 3, ready to head your way from Case Arena at Frankfort High School. Hot Dogs take set 1, 25-12, set 2, 25-15. They have a commanding 2-0 lead right now. Coach McElhaney imploring her troops, trying to get them to dig in here and fight in set number 3. This portion of our broadcast brought to us by Wampler's Disposal Service and Recycling. They're the place where recycling always makes sense. Please call Wampler's at 659-3721 for all your trash, recycling, and scrap needs. Wampler's Disposal Service and Recycling, family owned since 1948. We also want to thank Abstract Technology Group, where they're doing IT differently, making it simple. Abstract Technology Group does exactly that. Whether you're located in Indianapolis, Lafayette, Frankfort, or all points surrounding and in between, just call 765-420-TECH, T-E-C-H, or visit abstracttechgroup.com. We're abstract, and we're making it simple. Well, the Hot Dogs have been making it simple today on their setters and their hitters because their passing has been fantastic.
It has, really. I can't name a weak part of their game today. It's really been fantastic all the way around. And for North Putnam, they're really not playing bad. They're not passing great, but I can't say it's that their passing is bad as much as Frankfort's serving has just been really on point today.
Sometimes you run into those buzzsaws and you almost feel that that's kind of what's got North Putnam rattled a little bit here today is Frankfort has played really well from the outset. And we saw it the other night in our coverage at Clinton Prairie with Frankfort. They came out in set number 1, and I mean, I haven't seen that intensity from this team all season long.
Yeah, I haven't either.
They set the tone right from the get-go that we're here, and we're here to kick your rear end, and, man, they played really well. Queen powers through the block there, earns the first point for the Hot Dogs.
And they're just setting the tone again, right from the get-go.
Good set here. Powerful swing, but the block in position. Melanie Davies able to put power behind that one, but Keck and Smith both up against the net. Timed their jump perfect and got the block. Smith goes middle, rock hold. Didn't have to put a ton on that one, just got it off the hands.
I love when they run her out of the middle. We have not seen Jalen Smith tip or hit from the front row all day today.
Yeah, and that's, from a young lady who leads the team all time in kills from the setter position.
But honestly, she hasn't had to.
No. Everybody's getting to eat today. This is where we said kind of last week when we were like, man, Frankfurt they're a finely tuned oiled machine.
And the other thing is they've passed so well. None of her passes have been really super tight where she's needed to do it. So I think that's, also speaks to how well they've passed today. That was a nice hit.
Yeah, nice hit there from Morgan Berry, the senior from North Putnam. She earns the point for the Cougars. Now she'll check out. Cora Stacks comes in. So she was wearing the libero jersey earlier. That has now changed. Her and Bella McElhaney swapped libero positions in between sets.
Which you can do. When that libero position first came in, you could not do that.
Whoever you said at the beginning.
At the beginning was the libero. You can now do that between sets.
That threw me off as I was like, number 7 is Stacks, but she's just not the libero anymore.
Yeah,
she changed
she's
jerseys.
Still Stacks. She's just not the libero now.
So again, to your point, Coach McElhaney getting her money's worth today, right? I mean, we've seen her. It's not that she's quit coaching. She is making adjustments.
Yeah.
She's making substitutions. She flips at the libero. She's trying everything here on Saturday.
She is. I mean, I will give this to her. I mean, you talk about throwing the kitchen sink at it, right? Like, she has done everything that she knows to do. I mean, I've seen her change serve receptions. I've seen her make substitutions, call timeout, change who the libero is. I mean, she is doing everything she can to try to stop the Hot Dogs. I mean, give credit to the Hot Dogs, right? That tells you how much they're throwing at her, that she's changed so many things. But she is doing a good job of coaching. I will give her that credit.
Tori Detrow on the serve. There's the first time we've seen Smith go over in an early opportunity. North Putnam was ready for it. And they get the kill there in the point. Melanie Davies.
It was a lovely line shot. The block was really pulled in, and that was a tough angle, but she got it right around that block, did a great job. North Putnam looking good here. I like this rotation they have in right now.
Trailing by just 1. Detrow at the service line. And that return wide of the court, all knotted up at 5 apiece.
She's also changed her lineup this game. So, yeah, give her credit.
Good diving return. Frankfurt sends over a free ball opportunity now for North Putnam. They go to the back row. Good tip by Mowdy. Rockhold winds up, earns the point for the Hot Dogs. Now Sophie Michael's going to check in. Jalen Smith heads back to the service line. Little surprised, honestly, when I looked at Jalen's future plans, is this is going to wrap up her playing days, at least for now. She's decided not to play college volleyball.
Sometimes when you play a lot of club volleyball and junior high, high school level, it's a lot, and you're playing year-round for years and years and years, and sometimes, it does take away from your free time,
Sure.
And you just sometimes want to be a kid, and that's okay. And let's face it, she has given hours and hours and hours to this sport and to this school, and it's okay. She's done everything and given everything to the team she's been on, and, it's okay to go to college and just spend your time being a student.
Sure. Plans to study dental hygiene at Indianapolis University, or Indiana University of Indianapolis. They keep changing the names over there for me, so I've got to make sure I get that right now.
And
again, more of that coming when we talk about her senior night.
Yeah, I believe her mom's in that field. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that her mom is in that field.
Smith jump set, goes back to Rockhold. That one off the top of the net. Good back and forth from both teams right now. North Putnam looking a lot better here in set number 3. Some of the adjustment coaches has made is leading to some good rallies for them. This one just off the hands of Stacks. And a long point.
First kill we've seen out of Sophie Michael today, and I told a couple matches ago that I really liked her when she comes around and hits out of that middle. She seems to have a little bit better angle on the ball. She's a left-handed player, which is why they have her hitting from that right side, but I love her coming around and swinging out of the middle.
She surprised us with a little bit of that jumping ability in the match last week as well.
I think she has a bit, I don't know, she swings through the ball better when she comes and hits out of the middle. Statistically, I think her hitting percentage is higher out of the middle than it is from that right side.
And look who it is at the service line again for the Hot Dogs, Rockhold. They've opened up a 4-point lead after it being knotted up around that 6-point mark, and North Putnam earns the point here.
Net buddy.
See, you're going to make me start thinking about Little Debbie's again. Morgan Berry checks in. Stacks will come out.
That's always disappointing if you're Frankfort because you've ran off all these long runs.
Frankfort gets a point here, 11-7. That'll send the libero back to serve. Grace Meyer, she was our player to watch coming into today.
And has played very well. Gets the ace there. Her third of the night.
That's a tough spot right there that they just put Jolie Rust in. She had to try to cover some ground to try to get to that second hit. Gave effort, and I can tell you, I know diving on hardwood floors is not a fun thing to do, and these girls do it day in and day out all throughout the season.
They do.
I remember we would come in here at Frankfort. I was a Frankfort grad back in the day, and during baseball season, if it rained, they would bring us inside in the gym, and we would run drills in here, and we'd be diving all over the floor, and the next day you'd be like, my gosh, how do those volleyball players do this? I can't.
There is a way to dive. There is a way to dive, and you do learn how to do it so it hurts less and bruises less. Nice up.
What a play. And some of the volleyball we've seen here today has been fantastic from both sides. A good swing there and another point earned for North Putnam.
Nice run there by Grace Myers at the serving line.
It's a 6-point lead for Frankfort right now. Trying to get this one done in straight sets today. North Putnam trying to force a fourth set. That service air a little too strong. 15-8 now your score.
You know, you look at statistics and, you know, you look how many kills Rockhold has. You look how many aces this Frankfort team has as a team and individuals and how many sets Jalen has. And it's a little deceiving because they have won so many of their matches in 3 sets and 2 sets in tournaments. And it is a little deceiving because they, you know, if you look at per set, those statistics are even more impressive.
Yeah. There's one of those quick set opportunities. Smith goes over and gets it done. At JXN Stump Solutions, we'll get rid of those unsightly tree stumps that have been ruining your yard. We've got the equipment and experience to get the job done right, offering 3 tiers of service that will rejuvenate your yard, all at competitive, budget-friendly rates. Call 242-9523 today for a free estimate. JXN Stump Solutions, rooted in service, driven to remove.
I was behind one of their trucks yesterday.
That swing into the net. And to your point, Coach McElhaney, not only has she been making adjustments, she's been up on her feet, and after every point, she's been conversating with wherever the mistake happened or wherever the error happened and showing mechanics.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with her. I didn't really not familiar with her, but she's done a great job of coaching today. Nice job by Queen just getting that over the net period, but let alone making a kill out of it.
Carmen Vega
making
doing
a
good
run
job
here.
Yeah, since she subbed in.
Pulling the Hot Dogs ahead 18-8.
Rust going to set Detro. Blockers were there. I think that hit into the net regardless. Another point for Frankfurt. Again, absolutely loving the shirt from Coach Rushton today.
That is hilarious. It does show like what we see out of this Frankfurt team, right? It's like representative of this fun, loving spirit that this team has, the camaraderie. I love that. It's a lot easier to get through those down rough times with a team that gets along well than it is with a team that doesn't. So nice kill there for Keck. Smart play, little tip along the net. Hard for that off blocker to get to.
They're just punching it over.
She's really active at the net. She does a great job.
And a lot of times what really impresses me is the volleyball IQ.
Yeah. You know, Keck's not huge. She's not a big girl. So, like, to have her as a middle blocker, she is not a middle blocker size person, right? I'm guessing she's 5'8", 5'9". She's, you know, most middle hitters 5'11", 6 foot. But she just very active as a middle hitter, has good lateral movement, gets outside, right side, gets to those pins to block. She just stays really active in that middle, does such a good job for an undersized middle hitter. Nice dig by Queen.
For these North Putnam Cougars, their next match will be against Fountain Central. We saw Frankfurt defeat Fountain Central on Monday earlier this week.
That was beautiful by Jalen Smith. Up with both hands, just reaches, extends a little further with the right hand, pushes that ball forward to the line in a hole.
For the Frankfurt Hot Dogs, their next match will be on ISC once again. They'll take on the Clinton Central Bulldogs in a Clinton County rivalry match.
You hear the thank you seniors chant from the crowd.
That's pretty awesome coming from the student section. I like the little fathead picture over that they got over here too, the baby pictures of the two seniors.
That's nice.
Match point for Frankfurt. North Putnam trying to stave off the Hot Dogs. And that one lands in as a kill, and final point here for Frankfurt, 25-9. A dominating performance today by these Frankfurt Hot Dogs. They take set number 1, 25-12, set 2, 25-15, set 3, 25-9 in straight set fashion. And again, it's been a little while now for the Hot Dogs since they've dropped a set, and they've won now 7 or 8 straight. Nice little roll for this Hot Dog team. Your thoughts on this one?
Well, I think that the Hot Dogs just had a well-balanced effort today, I think led by those two seniors that we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast. You know, sometimes it's hard for us, you know, a player game. I mean, this was a team of the game, right? This was just a well-balanced effort led by those two seniors in Addie Keck and Jalen Smith. The serving tonight was fantastic. If you are North Putnam, I think great effort against a very, very good Frankfurt Hot Dog team. And don't want to go unmentioned, what a great effort by the North Putnam coach.
And today, with it being senior day, and we're getting ready to honor them on the screen momentarily, our player of the match, you could have given it to anybody. We're giving it to two seniors today. Addie Keck, Jalen Smith, congratulations on an absolutely fantastic match today and a fantastic career. here at Frankfort High School. Our players of the match brought to you by the Frankfort Eagles Post 976. Thank them for their sponsorship. Without further ado, let's go back and show you some of the festivities from earlier in the day. First up, it was head coach Kia Rushton, being sent out there by herself. She gets a nice hug from Jennifer, the principal here at Frankfort High School, and then longtime stat keepers and PA, and then the parents obviously there as well. Brian and Debbie Ewing. She gets the plaque.
Coaching here at Frankfort, for her, truly a family affair, right?
Yep. There's new athletic director Jeff Irwin, and then the two seniors coming out quickly to meet her. And then, she had to turn around real quick and grab the microphone and kind of brush off the emotions of that, and then get emotional again as Jalen Smith was honored first. And, for Jalen, she came out with parents representing her. She plans to study dental hygiene at Indiana University of Indianapolis. Nickname Princess or Jay. You can call her either one. Awards Academic All-State, First Team All-Sagamore Athletic Conference, the JNC Preseason Player of the Year in 24, the Clinton County Player of the Year in 24, Team Offensive Award, Team Hustle Award, JNC All-Area First Team in 24, and I'm sure there's going to be more accolades added to that before this season is over. And you see the emotion there for her kind of soaking in, the senior day moment for her. It's awesome, all the gifts that they award them with and allow the parents and family to come out and be a part of them. Jalen finishes her career, or at least through 925, she had 2,263 assists, and she's going to leave her career as the all-time setter with kills in program history. Coaches say they will miss her leadership, honesty, and pure love for the game. Jalen, your presence has defined hot dog volleyball for the last 4 years. You're going to be missed dearly. Those are some big shoes to fill just a year from now. And once they got done honoring Jalen Smith, they brought out Addie Keck, and again had her parents come out with her, Kara Keck, Casey Bates. And she plans to attend college to study and become an ultrasound technician. Her nicknames, Addie, Tinkerbell, or Princess Leia. Kind of like that one. Being a Star Wars fan myself.
She needed 2 little buttons today.
Some of her favorite memories from volleyball were being county champs her junior year. And, she's just – the bond with her teammates has led to so many friendships. And, again, the coaches say the same thing. They're going to miss her dearly. She is hilarious. They love her funny questions, her honesty, and her mature presence. And they said if one thing represents Adelaide Keck, it's that she has a heart of gold that cannot be replaced or replicated. So hats off to these seniors. Congratulations to Coach Kia Rushton on her 200th career victory earlier this week, and congratulations to the Frankfort Hot Dogs getting another win today. They improved to 16-6 on the season. We'll see them again next week when they take on Clinton Central. Today's broadcast brought to you by our friends at Abstract Technology Group, doing IT differently, making it simple. By Day and Ginda Funeral Home, putting family first. By FiberHawk, fast, affordable FiberHawk. The healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. Frankfort Eagles, Post 976, people helping people. And the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. For all the students behind the scenes, for Richard Salee, for Laura Archibald, I am Sean Walker. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We hope you'll join us during our next telecast.
Frankfort Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana.